Hey everyone, I'm just doing an addition to my growing poisonous nightshades series. It's been a while since I added any to that. For the most part, I've had some success. So, if you take a look, I've got some wild peppers. I'm actually kind of excited about those. The only two that came up were frozen ones. These are foxglove. They were also frozen. If you look, I got a whole thing here. But I only got one that just recently came up right down in there. In this batch of them. So I'm not giving up on any of the ones that haven't come up yet. And this spot here was tropical germination for the Capsicum eximium plants, and I didn't get anything come up for them. So that might be a trick for getting wild peppers, which are notoriously hard to germinate, to come up. I do have a single Popolo berry, a black nightshade, right there. Just came up recently, months later. Alright, now these have done extremely well. These are the Jerusalem cherry, the Solanum pseudo-capsicum, and I've just got a whole bunch of them. I think there's like 5 plants through here. You can see where I planted them in a row like that across here. And with those, it didn't seem to matter if they were frozen or just soaking. They still came up. So these are the hembanes. As you can see, really good looking plants here. I like this one in the back. It's starting to get some good size to it. This row, these were soaked. Some of these were actually germinating while I was soaking them in the fridge. But I have culled some so that I only have one in each now. But they came up rather well. These two here, these were ones that were frozen, as well as this one. And you see, none of them came up in these two. But this was a frozen one that came up. There's only one in that one. And then this one's just a runt. It's probably just got bad genetics or something, I don't know. But I've got one there too. Alright, so perhaps the more difficult plants are over here. So these are some rather nice looking Mandragora autumnalis plants. So that's got one in it. This actually had 2 over in it. This one just came up maybe a week ago, months later. This little one here. This one's got a good size to it. This row of them were soaked. And you can see the soaked ones seem to come up better. But these came up later, maybe a month and a half later after I planted them. And this one just shot up. Probably good genetics in that seed, I'm not sure. And then as you can see, even though see, this row these were frozen, I haven't gotten any come up in here. But since this one has just come up recently, this little one here, I'm not going to discount any of them. You can see I haven't had any of my scopolia come up. So I don't know what the deal with that is. I might end up restarting those. I've still got some seeds left. Over here, you see in the middle there, just recently, those are possibly the Mandragora officinarum plants in the middle. And that middle column there, from top to bottom, those were frozen seeds. like I said in the first video, those take up to a year to germinate, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing, and hopefully I'll have some come up. I'm also thinking that those little seedlings that are in there right now aren't mandrake plants at all, but something that came out of the forest humus that I use. But I don't know, because they actually look like nightshade seedlings with the cotyledons, but if you look over here, there we go. That little one in the back there, that's more like what I'm assuming a mandrake seedling is supposed to look like. So I don't think that's actually what those are, but I might be surprised. But like I said, they certainly do look like nightshade seeds. They might even be some wild horse nettle, Solanum carolinense seeds that just happen to be in the soil. Since I don't sterilize my soil, could be anything. I'm gonna let them grow and see what the hell they are. All right. So it's December. Rather windy and cold today. It has been cold. Virginia's got crazy weather. It was like 70 degrees last week, and now it's like 25. These are some of the daturas. I'll show you one of the ones I got in the back too. This one here is actually in one of my raised beds. I culled a bunch of them that were back here. I just wasn't liking the looks of them, but this one, hopefully when it comes back in spring, will just be a massive. You can see the seed pods on there. Why would I grow these in my raised bed with the peppers? Well, the deer don't mess with them, for one thing. They don't really mess with the peppers too bad, but they can. But if they know there's some daturas in there, they'll just leave them alone. This is a wild species here, so you can see it's all brown and whatnot. And also down in these little pockets of my cinder blocks here, I've also got a bunch of horse nettles coming up. And this is also a nightshade, a wild one. Let's see where the little berries were attached to it. So, and they're all along the perimeter here of these. Also help deter deer, and they're bug magnets. They'll draw a whole lot of bad bugs to them, and they'll leave the other plants that I have in that raised bed alone. So you probably hear the wind, but I'm starting another round of seeds on winter solstice, so hopefully I'll have another update by then. So have a good one.